Welcome back, boys and girls. Today we are going to be discussing the special features on the 2018 Halloween Blu-ray release.
This one's for the crew.
So, as the title of this video indicates, I am not very pleased, and quite frankly, I am very disappointed in the special features of the Blu-ray release of Halloween 2018. Now, upon receiving it, my wife went out and bought it for me this week, and I was extremely excited. On the back, it shows special features and deleted scenes, which we'll get to in a minute. To preface this video, there still are, in a world of digital media and Netflixes and instantaneous downloads, there still are some movies and some content that I prefer to get a physical copy of because of things like special features and knowing that I always have access to it. But going all the way back to the release of DVD, I've always been a huge fan of being able to go in and watch documentaries, special features, and things that they include on the making of the movies, on the process, the special effects, yada yada, just about anything that's got to do with the actual production of the movie. And it seems like over time, studios are getting less and less able to come up with decent quality special features like they used to. I mean, like the Star Wars movies, the original ones and the prequels, all had like hours and hours of making of, and the process of making the film, and going through with like every aspect of everything. And like there's still times I go back and watch those because I'm a huge movie fan. I love to learn more about how they do it the Hollywood way without having to go to film school, but just seeing all of the things that they go through with the process of it. But this was definitely a movie that I was extremely excited about, because I am very selective on what I actually still buy. A lot of it's got to do with stuff I've already started collecting, like movies like this. I've got all the movies and the collector's box set and everything, which those movies upon re-release have tons of special features and actual documentaries and really nice content beyond the movies. So again, mom comes home with this movie, and like one of the first things I look at anytime she buys me a Blu-ray, whether it's 4K or just the regular Blu-ray, because I'm still selective on which ones I get in 4K depending on if I care to have it on 4K, I guess you can say. But one of the first things that it shows on here is like back to Haddonfield making Halloween. So I'm like, oh, okay, well that sounds like it could be like a documentary or something. The second one says the original Scream Queen, which sounds like it might be an interview with Jamie Lee Curtis. The Sound of Fear is the third one, which sounds like it could just be something about the music production. Journey of the Mask, which just about every Halloween movie has their own story of the trials and tribulations, or the way the mask was, or the problems they had about the mask, blah blah blah. And there's the fifth one that says The Legacy of Halloween. So out of all five of these, I'm thinking Back to Haddonfield making Halloween or The Legacy of Halloween. One of those is probably going to be a really nice documentary that talks about like from the concept of the movie and what they did to get it made, and casting, locations, blah blah blah, like an in-depth thing. But no, like I put it in before I even watched the movie because I've already seen it in theaters, and I clicked the first one, and Back in Haddonfield making Halloween. About four might be given too much credit. 3 to 5 minutes later, it's over with. Okay, that's fine. The original Scream Queen, the second one, not long at all, maybe 3 to 5 minutes itself. That has some recycled footage from the first one I just watched, with like some of the stuff that John Carpenter says. Okay. The Sound of Fear, of 5 to 6, maybe giving it 6 minutes is liberal. Little short video. The same with The Mask. It basically was just over with within an instant. And then it gets down to the Legacy of Halloween, which I thought was going to actually be like, okay, this has got to be it. You know, they might have cut corners on the first couple of them, and no, the Legacy of Halloween is like a roundtable discussion with Jamie Lee Curtis, John Carpenter, Alan Green, what's his name? Alan Gordon Green? Is that right? David Gordon Green, I apologize, and Jason Blum. And basically the same information that was in any kind of promotional material. In fact, I think I'd seen part of this interview before the movie had came out somehow on YouTube. So I'm extremely confused. Like, why, you know, why do we have to have like such short, nonsensical special features? Like, this movie really could have used like a full-length documentary about how, alright, we didn't want the concepts of the Rob Zombie stuff, like, this is where we started while we decided to go with like, oh man, we did H2O, now this is 40 years later, we'll scrap everything. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that, but no, I was extremely disappointed. I mean, literally, like, within 20 minutes, 25 minutes at the most, like, it was done and over with. And I'm just sitting there like, well, that was really, really, really disappointing. I mean, like, Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 in the collector's edition has like 40-minute to an hour documentaries just on making that one movie. And it's, I don't know. And I'm afraid that this is going to turn into a trend, and this is a real downside to digital media. And because it's like they don't have to worry about putting extra stuff on the discs anymore. And then you've also got that quick turnaround time from the theater to the disc, as to where it used to be a little bit longer. I mean, the movie, it's now January, the movie's like 3 months old, possibly less than that, and it's already on 4K Blu-ray. And I got excited like everybody else does, but then I started thinking, like, now I was really starting to realize that there are consequences and there's a negative impact on the fact that these movies come out this soon, because they're not worried about these extras that they used to. And it used to be a huge driving point and a huge reason why there's still some movies that I collect physically. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. If you still enjoy the special features and documentaries and actual in-depth content, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know there's other people out there that enjoy the same stuff I do. I can't be the only one. But I mean, you know, if this is really how like some of this stuff's gonna be moving forward, then I mean, like, I don't have to spend $25 on the movie like I used to, and that's gonna really suck, because I really enjoy collecting things, obviously. And I really do enjoy collecting things that I've always been interested in since I was young and a kid back in the 80s and 90s. And it's just like, I don't know, it's slowly dwindling away to this all digital content to where it's an illusion. Don't own any of it. They could shut servers down tomorrow and Netflix is gone, all of your digital movies and digital games are gone, but I'm still gonna have this disc. And I'm gonna have 4 ways I can watch this in any different room in my house. So, anyway, figured you might like to hear my rant and my ramble. If you agree with me, please let me know. Leave a thumbs up. If you think that I sound like a little punk, and it really doesn't matter, let me know. But yeah, I guess we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.